St. Monica High School has a lot to offer its students. From smartboards to small classrooms, the school makes certain it has the materials necessary to ensure the success of its student body. But what does a St. Monica student do after the final bell is rung? When the classroom doors are closed and the library's computers are shut down, it is essential that these students have other means of furthering their education. After all, learning takes place outside of the school's walls as much as it does within them. Because of this, it is important for educators to survey the surrounding community of their school and determine where their students can glean more knowledge. That is the goal of this video, to discuss Santa Monica's funds of knowledge, particularly in regards to my focus student. To ensure the anonymity of said student, I will simply refer to him as John. In terms of grades, John is an average student who, like many other high school sophomores, is simply uninspired by the curriculum that the school has to offer. Instead, John's deepest interest is rooted in art and its history. He would much rather research Degas than he would read Dickens. Unfortunately, John's family does not own a set of encyclopedias at home. Furthermore, he does not have a computer of his own, and therefore his access to the internet is limited. His parents work until late into the evening, so he simply goes home after school and is forced to fend for himself until his parents arrive. Luckily, John lives in a city that is replete with resources. Therefore, he is able to venture beyond the schoolyard to further his own education. There are places he can go where he will be surrounded by peers and thus feel that he is not on his own. One of the best resources that Santa Monica has to offer the city's students is its public library. Located just blocks away from St. Monica High School, the library is filled with knowledge. For John in particular, he can go to the library to research books about his favorite artists. He can even use the computers that library has to conduct more research on the internet, and also to type essays that he would have to previously do at school. Because I hope to be an English teacher, I also find that the library presents John with a multifaceted educational opportunity. In addition to the research that he can conduct, he will also improve skills that are very dear to English teachers, reading and writing. John is the type of student that may skim and skip several sentences when he is reading Shakespeare, largely because it does not interest him. Granted, I don't condone this sort of reading technique for students, but I find that as long as he's reading something, especially when it's something academic such as art history, that he's doing what's most important, reading. As his teacher, I would ask John to write a report about what he has read, and would therefore be able to help him with his ability to compose an essay as well. Through this approach, John would learn skills that are essential to English classes, and hopefully have fun while doing it. Santa Monica also has numerous showrooms that showcase pieces of art. Many of these showrooms are a short bus ride from St. Monica High School. After taking the ride at one of these showcases, I would again ask John to write about the pieces of art that he viewed, so he could yet again hone his writing skills. In terms of locating a place where John can go after school so that he's not alone at home, Santa Monica is home to a YMCA whose doors are always open to students from the community. There, John can interact with other teenagers, engage in athletic activities, and also utilize the computers that the center has to offer, all while being in a safe environment. In a way, the YMCA serves as a sort of informal school. I find it important to note that St. Monica High School can only do so much for their students. The school offers dedicated teachers as well as technology that benefits its student body. But this is only part of the equation. The community serves as yet another part. In the community, John can learn from his own experiences and also apply this knowledge to help him in school. More often than not, educators underestimate the importance of what a student learns outside of the classroom. The common conception is that the textbooks that a school provides are the main source of knowledge for students. Unfortunately, students often find these textbooks to be mundane, largely because they discuss topics that are not interesting to their intended audience. That is why it's so important that a student ventures out into his or her own community. There they can find what interests them and learn about that subject. It is my belief that this method will benefit both the student and the teacher, and that the student will further their knowledge about a particular area of interest, and the teacher will realize what motivates their students. Every community has something to offer its students. From Santa Monica to Syracuse, educators can determine the funds of knowledge that their school district provides for their student body. Based on what they learn, they can shape their curriculum to include topics that the students enjoy, which will also add to their understanding of the subjects that they are learning within the classroom context. It is my belief that this holistic approach to education will serve students with the tools that they need to succeed.